Welcome back, everybody. We are doing it again, but this time with Pumpkinberry, and I'm super hyped. Hi, Pumpkin.
Hello!
Are you? I
I'm
know.
super
I know
excited.
you're hyped because you're the
I am
spaciest
so excited.
spacer to ever space. I'm really, really excited too.
My body is ready.
So if y'all are new this hour, we're prepping characters for our Star Trek Adventure mini-series. Star Trek Adventures is an RPG by Modifius, who were generous enough to gift to everyone involved a copy of the rules, the system. So that's grand, and they're great, and you should support them because they're supporting us. And we're going to be doing a mini series with Pumpkinberry, our previous character creator, Holly Conrad, Ezekiel the Third, and DJ Knight, who are going to be doing their character creations tomorrow. And DJ, I think, is on Monday, which is going to be crazy, but it's fine.
Am I the first one?
You're the second one. Holly just
Oh,
went
okay,
right
okay, okay,
before
okay,
you.
okay. It's like, okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I've done this once before, so I am a total pro now. Yeah, so that's going to be starting on Monday. But today, Pumpkinberry, tell me a little bit about yourself and how hype you are for Star Trek.
Okay. Well, there were two shows that I remember watching as a kid. Like so my dad would watch them, and I would hear the song for the show start, and I would book it from wherever I was in the house to watch that. And Star Trek Next Generation is one, and MacGyver is the second. So I was born for this. I am so ready.
Yay!
That's it. That's all I had to say. I'm very excited.
Okay, awesome.
Happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you were like the first person I thought of, honestly, when I was like, Star Trek, who's cast? Pumpkinberry. And then I found out that Holly likes Star Trek, and then I kind of just winged it from there.
You're like, yep, I'm sure other people like Star Trek.
I'm sure people like Star Trek. I completely forgot that Zeke and I had a whole conversation about Star Trek. And then like he was like, I want to play, and I'm like, oh right, we had this conversation. Okay. So,
Okay.
first things first, the way that you build your
Yes.
characters in Star Trek Adventures, there's two ways. You can kind of build it during play, but what we're going to do is we're going to build by just taking your life from birth up until now. So we're going to just
Okay.
it's really cool the way that you build your character based on the things that have happened to you from birth through the academy and through your first postings.
So this is a life path creation.
It is a
that
life
they're
path
talking about.
creation.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So the first thing we're gonna do, let's jump straight into it.
Okay.
You have to pick your species.
Human.
Human.
Yes.
That's good because I want to make sure that the aliens, because Star Trek really makes the aliens a little too human in my mind.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure that the aliens feel very alien. So go ahead and on your character sheet, which it should say like Ossel of Illifru or something. Do you see it? If you go into
Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay, so open that up. It's in
Yep.
LCARS. You should love it.
Yeah,
Put
I do.
for species human.
Amazing.
Okay, and then as a human, you get to add one to any attribute you like. 3 different attributes you can add. So the attributes, I will give you the little blurb on what they are.
Okay.
Control is precision, accuracy, careful timing. Daring is when you react to a new situation without doubt, hesitation, or caution. Fitness is about enduring hardship and employing force. Insight is understanding people and their feelings. Presence is the power of your personality and the ability to command attention or respect. And reason is about logic and meticulous analysis. So pick 3 of those things and advance them all by 1.
Shit, those are really good.
Mm-hmm. So
how involved is the chat allowed to be in my decision making?
No, you can totally talk with them. Absolutely.
Okay, guys.
Holly went very like young, hot-headed command.
Okay.
So I would suggest. I think that Zeke was going either to like go into like how do I fit with the group or like a older command. So if you wanted to go like engineering or sciences or medical or like something more specialized,
yeah,
that
I
would be
can do
really
that.
cool.
Okay, let's do. What do you think? What do you think, Pumpkin?
Aw,
Yes.
kitty.
Okay, I think I will do.
So you're gonna get more attributes along the way. So this is
Yep.
just like
I
the
think I
very
want to
beginning.
do engineering. I'm going to do reason, and I'm going to do control and presence.
Okay, so go ahead and advance each of those by one. So presence, control, and reason will be up to 8.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll be in engineering if that's a thing that you want me
Yes,
to decide.
absolutely. Okay, so now you'll gain a single trait, which is human. So
Okay.
down in traits, which is if you scroll
Mhm.
down a little bit, you'll put human, and basically your trait as a human, you are adaptable and resilient.
Wait, I'm
And
sorry. Disciplines, values, focuses, stress, injuries, talents. I don't
oh,
see
traits is just on top.
traits.
Sorry, it's the very
Oh,
top.
yeah.
My bad.
Oh, yeah. No worries. Oh, yeah. Okay. Human.
Human.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, so you're adaptable and resilient, and your resolve and ambition allow you to resist great hardship and triumph despite great adversity. However, humans can also be reckless and stubborn, irrational, and unpredictable. So your trait is just human.
Okay.
These things can either make it easier for you in different situations or make it harder for you. And we would basically say if they affect a role or not. We can agree within the game.
Okay.
So that's what traits are for. And
Okay.
then as a human as well, you are going to be gaining one of 2 talents. So your choices for human are either resolute. So that would mean you are indomitable and unwilling to succumb to adversity. You would increase your maximum stress by 3.
I feel like
Or
that's pretty good for an engineer.
yes.
But yeah,
Or
go on.
spirit of discovery. So you have the drive, spirit, and courage to voyage into the unknown. You may spend 1 determination to add 3 points to the group momentum pool. So momentum will allow you to take 1 extra d20 during your roll so that you have more chances of success. So you can add to the
Discovery.
groups spirit of discovery or
I think
resolute.
so.
Yeah? Okay. So that would go under your
Yeah.
talents. So that is down at the bottom. That's where I
Okay.
thought. Yeah.
Okay. And you just want me to put
Just put
spirit
spirit
of
of discovery.
Okay.
And then if you want to, you can add, you may spend 1 determination to add 3 points to the group momentum pool.
Ooh.
Because that's what that is. Yeah.
1 determination to add how many points?
3.
Okay.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Group pool, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay, so that's your humanness. That's how you are human. So that's your birth, basically. You just chose how you were born. And now the second part of your life is your environment, where you were raised. So you can either roll on a random table, roll a d6, or you can choose one. Your choices are home world, so that would be you were raised on Earth. An isolated colony, so that would be like a isolated from a broader galactic society. A busy colony, which would be like Luna or Mars for humans. A frontier colony, which is like way, way out on the fringes of known space. A starship or starbase, or another species world. So if you don't know what you want to choose, you could roll randomly and see if you get something interesting, or you can pick one of them.
I will pick Mars. Like
okay, so that would be a busy
like
colony. So
Yep.
On your environment, I think, environment, go ahead and type busy colony.
Okay, awesome.
And then you can do it dash Mars so that we know.
Okay. Oh, I can actually be from Mars?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you can be from Mars. There's a very busy colony on Mars in Starfleet, in Star Trek lore. Yes, you are a Martian now.
I'm a Martian.
Okay, so at this step, you would gain a value. Now, values are short phrases that are kind of like your character mantras. Basically, they really define you as a person. So some examples for values are: a starship is a home, its crew is family, most comfortable in a crowd, no stranger to violence, engineer at heart. So this is what your upbringing on Mars in this busy colony, this is how it affected you. One of the little blurbs here says, these colonies often develop a fiercely independent outlook, often having developed with little direct aid from their homeworld and a sense of pride that accompanies being amongst the first of their kind to tame another world.
Okay.
So this is how you view your own culture and how you connect or possibly don't connect to like the philosophies of like someone who was raised on Earth.
Okay.
So just a short little blurb about like how being raised on Mars affects you as a person.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm thinking, ooh, can I look at them here in this guidebook here?
There were some examples
Yep.
on page 113, on page
Oh, perfect. Okay.
114, and there's some more examples on page 117. Like precise to a fault, always prepared, always vigilant, exploring to test new theories, proud and honest, a
Yeah.
responsibility to the truth.
Ooh, I like that one. That's interesting and might present some interesting conflict later. Let's do
But this is what being raised on Mars did for you as a person. So that one
yeah.
can be something later for sure. But
Sorry,
like
which
this is
one?
like this trait, a value is very specifically about your upbringing, your
Oh, okay.
environment. So this one would
Um,
be like about like maybe your survival ability, your ingenuity, your independence, because being raised on a
yeah.
colony.
I guess then I would do engineer at heart because you have to. You
Okay,
have to do that stuff to survive.
absolutely, that sounds great.
Okay.
So go ahead and write that in values.
Okay. Whoa.
Sorry, I got
At
something in my
heart.
eyeball.
That's okay.
Okay, and then your second thing that you get, you can choose to advance one of the following attributes by one, either daring or presence.
Ooh, presence, I think.
Okay, so that would be 9.
Yep.
And then you can choose either command, security, or science and increase that by 1.
We'll actually do command.
Okay. And all right, so step 3 is your upbringing. This is the nature of your family and surroundings. Okay. A character's upbringing provides them with 3 points to spread across 2 attributes. It gives you other stuff too. Your choices are either Starfleet, so that means that your family has a strong tradition of Starfleet service. Business or trade, your character's family may have connections on countless worlds, overseeing and directing some grand business endeavor. They might have been traders or involved in interplanetary freight. Agricultural or rural. You grew up surrounded by more nature than by people in a rural community on the frontier or somewhere else distanced from the bustle of cities. Science and technology is another option. The
You can
character's
stop
home
right there.
was
We're gonna do that one.
okay. So the character's home was one filled with the potential of science, and cutting edge developments were familiar ground. Perhaps the character was raised by scientists or engineers or had mentors and teachers who encouraged a talent for the technical. For chat, the other options would have been artistic and creative or
Oh,
diplomacy
sorry.
and
I didn't mean to
politics.
completely cut you off
No,
there.
it's totally fine. You know what you want, and that's
Yeah.
great. Okay, so your options are if you accepted this upbringing, you are rational, methodical, and precise, so you would increase your control by 2 and your reason by 1. Or if you rebelled against this upbringing, you don't lack for technical talent, but you haven't developed that talent and instead rely more on instinct. So you would increase your daring by 1 and your insight by 2.
Oh, I'll go with the first. And you said that
Okay,
was
so that's
control and
control is,
reason, right?
yeah, control's up by 2, reason's up by 1.
Okay.
So your control, I mean, I'm sure you're keeping track of your numbers.
Yep, I'm putting it in the sheet actually as we go.
Yeah,
so.
I see that.
Oh, okay.
They all add up to something at the end, so we can check. Okay, disciplines and focus. So the character's familiarity with cutting edge science and the latest research allows them to increase 1 of either con, engineering, science, or medicine. Just
Engineering.
1. Okay, so your engineering would
Yeah.
be 2. Your character's focus should relate to your favored field of study and inquiry. So this is your first time doing focuses. Focuses are just like very like it's basically like any of the disciplines but made more specific. So examples would be astrophysics, astronavigation, computers, cybernetics, power systems, genetics, physics, subspace communications, surgery, quantum mechanics, warp field dynamics, xenobiology. You pick one of those relating to engineering.
Whoa, okay.
It's on page 115.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. That was so fast.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm on number
No, that's
4,
okay. That's
Science
okay.
and Technology, on page 115.
Yep, I'm scrolling down. Just give me a sec. Sorry, guys.
No worries.
Okay. Okay. Oh wait, that's. I'm on page 119, I guess. Random upbringing.
No, 115.
Is that page 115 or part 115 or 115 of chapter 5? Okay, I see it. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so disciplines and focus. The character's focus should relate to the character's favorite fields of study. And then it's got examples. You see that?
Yep. Okay.
Engineering, I think quantum mechanics, warp field dynamics would be good. Power systems would be good.
I think we will go with. Oh God, quantum. We'll go with quantum.
Quantum mechanics. Okay, so go ahead and put that in your focuses.
Okay.
I'm really excited for you to blurt something about like isolinear chips.
Yep. It's gonna be like, that's it.
Okay, and you also gain a single talent from the list of talents. I will try and be slower when reading these to you. It's on page 135.
Oh, that's okay. I'm on it. Yeah.
Okay, so the first lists are just the regular talents, not anything in the command or engineering talents yet. So you could choose bold, cautious, collaboration, constantly watching, dauntless, personal effects, studious, technical expertise, or tough.
Technical expertise.
Okay, so for chat, that's whenever you attempt a task assisted by the ship's computers or sensors, you may reroll 1d20. That would be underneath your talents. Go ahead and add technical expertise.
Okay.
And then it says whenever assisted by the ship's computers or sensors, you can reroll 1d20. Because you're good at talking to ships.
Oh, that like did a weird thing. Oh, but okay, there we go.
Good, I see it. All right, so step 4, Starfleet Academy. So these are the years you spent at the academy, and you're going to choose what track you studied.
Okay.
So either command, operations, which would be engineering and security, or sciences.
Operations.
Okay, so go ahead and wait, do you put
I think that's back up at the top, I think.
assignment, operations?
Yeah.
Okay. So you would gain a single value, which should reflect some aspect of your character's beliefs that developed during their time at the academy. So this would be something about like what being in school, like things that you would learn in college and how that would shape you. Engineer at heart is going to go into your values. So I'm going to move that for you.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So that's what this is. This is your value. So you're going to do a second value.
Okay.
It goes underneath disciplines. It's a very short phrase. Precise to a fault, exploring to test new theories, a theory for every situation. These are examples. Throughout the handbook and wrote my own is a very Scotty one. They had examples for what Kirks would be earlier. If I can.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just taking a peek at these really quickly.
Absolutely.
Okay. I will actually do this one.
Okay. Yeah, so Captain Kirk's values are doesn't believe in a no-win situation. There's no such thing as the unknown, married to the Enterprise, and risk is our business. So those are examples of like values defining a character. So meticulous scrutiny and pride in his or her work. Perfect. That's a really good thing for school. So that was your value. Your attributes. You get 3 points. So you can either divide those by 2 attributes. So you do one attribute advanced by 2 and another by 1. Or you can do 3 advanced by 1 each. And those are any attributes you want.
Any. Okay.
So you can't have anything go above 12, I should say.
Right. Okay. So I will do then, you said 2 by 2 or 3?
You have 3 points. You can either spend
Right.
them on
Oh, okay,
3
perfect.
or
Okay.
on 2. Yeah.
Okay. I will do yeah, I'm actually gonna do the same. I'm gonna take my reason up to 10, my presence up to 10, and my control up to 11.
Nice. Okay. And then you get a discipline. So you select either engineering or security as the major, which obviously you selected engineering as your major.
Yeah.
So that discipline is increased by 2.
Okay.
So your engineering is at 4 now. And then you select 2 other disciplines, which are your minor subjects, and those are increased by 1 each.
Okay, amazing.
Okay, so you did command and science. Very cool.
I did.
And now you're going to select 3 focuses, at least one of which should relate to your chosen track.
Okay.
So these are including these examples listed here, including the ones before: computers, cybernetics, electroplasma, power systems, espionage, hand phasers, hand-to-hand combat, infiltration, interrogation. These would be a lot of security things.
Yeah.
Shipboard tactical systems, survival, transporters and replicators, warp field dynamics. Just ship things.
Okay, I did warp field dynamics,
Okay.
and
You get 3.
oh boy, okay.
And not all of them have to be related to your chosen track. One of them could just be like
Okay.
your fun class that you picked, your free period or whatever, if you want.
Oh, that's actually a really good idea. Okay.
So you get 2 more.
Oh boy. Let's do. I think I liked the. Oh, goodness gracious. I think I want to do. Not one more ship thing, maybe, and
There
what was that?
was electroplasma power systems,
Yep,
transporters, and
that's good.
replicators. Okay.
And transporters. Yep.
Okay.
And then transporters. Okay, and that was it, right? Or is
That's
there one more?
that's 3, right?
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Yep,
Cool.
that's 3 added onto it. Okay.
All right. So now you get one more talent from the lists of talents.
Okay.
And those are going to be from the engineering list. So this is page 137. One's a
perfect.
little more power, which is when you succeed in engineering tasks, you may spend momentum to regain 1 spent power. These are things that, if you've read chapter 4, will make sense. We'll explain them as we go along in the game. There's I know my ship, which means when you attempt a task to determine the source of a technical problem, you add a bonus die. In the nick of time, whenever you succeed at an engineering or science task as part of an extended task, so that means that it's multiple roles, as it were, you score 1 additional work for every effect. So that's, like I said, it's about how the game works, and we're all going to be learning together. Intense scrutiny, whenever you succeed at a task using reason or control, you can ignore up to 2 resistance for every effect rolled. And then jury rig. Whenever you attempt an engineering task to perform repairs, you may reduce the difficulty by 2 to a minimum of 0. If you do this, however, the repairs are only temporary and will last only a single scene plus 1 additional scene per momentum spent before they fail again.
Okay. And we get 2 of these, right?
You get 1.
Oh, 1. Okay. Oh God. Chat, do I want I know my ship or intense scrutiny? I think I want intense scrutiny.
Okay, so that means whenever you succeed at a task using reason or control, which you have really good scores
Yeah,
in,
that's why I'm picking it, I think. Yeah.
then you can ignore up to 2 resistance. So when you roll an effect, which is a 5 or a 6 on a d6 die, then you would have a result from that, either a positive or a negative. I'm not sure, but so you can ignore some of those.
Oh, weird. Everybody's saying ship.
Ship.
You guys think
get a
so?
bonus. You get a bonus d20. I mean, that's really valuable.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, we'll do ship then.
Okay.
I'll trust you guys. I know my ship.
Okay, so whenever you
Okay.
attempt a task to determine the source of a technical problem, add 1 bonus d20.
Okay. Sounds good. You want me to put that?
This is in talents.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Okay, so that is your school. That's what you learned in school. Or step 5 is your career. So at this stage, you have to make a choice about your character.
Okay.
Either you're a young officer fresh out of the academy, you have served in Starfleet for a few years, or you're a veteran with decades of experience.
Ooh. We'll go veteran.
Okay, so you have decades of experience. You've served on many ships and star bases. Your judgment and opinions are highly regarded by subordinates, peers, and even superiors. So you receive a value which must reflect your years of experience and the beliefs you've formed over your long career. So value is another like phrase.
That's right. Okay, let me go back up to the values here real quick.
Mm-hmm. So this is something to do with the fact that you're a veteran.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like I think there was one that said something like experience is tried and true or something like that.
I mean, you can totally make up your own.
Oh, really? I thought we could only use
yeah.
them.
No. These
Oh,
are just
geez.
examples.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Nothing better
Oh,
than
yeah.
practical
In that case.
experience is one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can. This is all you.
Oh, shoot. If I get to make my own, then hang on. Let me just think on that for a second.
It's just a short phrase that is definitive of the fact that you are a veteran.
With my experience, right? Like, because I've been in it for so long.
Yep.
Ooh, okay. I went with trust your instincts.
Okay, very, very cool. So then you receive a talent. It's called veteran. Okay. And the blurb in my book, I think, is a little wrong because it says the character is inexperienced. I think it means the character is experienced, talented with a measured and considered way. Whenever the character spends a point of determination, you roll a 6-sided die. If a 5 or a 6 is rolled, immediately regain your point of determination. And your rank is at least lieutenant commander.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay. You said immediately gain what?
You gain if you roll a 5 or a 6, then you immediately regain your point of determination. And you only have 3. It's something that you can spend to get an extra die.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like stress and stuff. Okay. So then go to rank and put in lieutenant commander so we know that you're at least that.
Okay.
And now is my favorite part. It's your career events.
Yay!
So, you get 2 definitive career events, and they're going to advance 1 attribute and 1 discipline each. There's a list of 20, and you can choose to either pick one or just roll randomly and see what you get. If you get something that doesn't really make sense for you in your character, we can choose something else. But they're just a bunch of different things. They start on page 120, and there's 20 different things that you can get. So, do you want to roll? Do you want to pick?
Let's take a peek. I'm heading to page 120 real quick.
Yep.
We were all the way down, so much lower. 120. Oh my God, PDF, get with it. Okay. Oh, I see. So these are
things that have happened during your career in Starfleet.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, this is exciting. Wow.
Yes.
Sorry, guys. It's been a long day. Okay. Ooh, oh my gosh.
Yeah, so there's lots of really cool things.
Yeah, there are some really neat things in here.
And you get 2 of them. I mean, number 18 is solved an engineering crisis.
Yeah, I'm going to do that one.
Okay, so for chat, this is the character was instrumental in ending a crisis caused by malfunctioning technology and saved many lives in the process. What technology had malfunctioned and why was it dangerous?
I'm going to go with warp drive technology.
The warp core breached?
Yep, would have killed the whole ship.
obviously.
Yeah, yeah, so
And
I'll go
how
with
did
that.
you solve the problem?
Ooh,
And this can be something like general, like with,
unconventional methods, actually. I'm gonna
okay,
go with a very risky thing that I did, and I trusted my instincts and did it, and it worked out.
very cool. So,
Yeah.
your attribute, the
Hmm.
character's precision when dealing with complex technology increases their control by 1.
Okay.
So you are
Ooh,
at
oh,
max
I'm max
control.
control. Heck yes.
And then the character's familiarity with technology increases your engineering by 1.
Ooh, wow, perfect. Okay.
And then you gain a focus, reflecting the technology involved in the event. So warp
Okay.
engines would be a good one.
Okay. Sounds good.
And then you get one more.
Okay. Sorry guys, just give me 1 second.
There's a lot of things to choose
I know
from.
there's so
So you
much.
guys know, I'll just go
Try
over
to
for
be
you
super
the
fast. Oh yeah,
the
perfect. Okay.
general. So the choices are: a ship was destroyed, the death of a friend, lauded by another culture, negotiated a treaty, required to take command, an encounter with a truly alien being, a serious injury, conflict with a hostile culture, mentored, a transporter accident, dealing with a plague, betrayed your ideals for a superior, called
Ooh,
out a
that's so
superior,
interesting.
a new battle strategy, learned a unique language, discovered an artifact, a special commendation, solved an engineering crisis, a breakthrough or invention, and first contact. So those are the options here.
Yeah, so chat, I'm in a toss-up here between a breakthrough or an invention because it specifically says the character made an important technological discovery. So I think that would be super cool. Um, or uh, called out a superior or betrayed, sorry, not called out a superior, but betrayed ideals for a superior is the second option. Or what was the third one I was trying to decide between? Oh my God, where did it go? Required to take command? Because I'm trying to up my command as well. So I don't know. What do you guys think?
The only thing with the breakthrough is that it would increase your engineering by 1, but your engineering can't go up more than 5.
That's true.
So
Okay.
I think
Uh,
that your engineering focus has already
is
gone
good.
really far for
We're good.
you.
Okay, perfect. Okay. I just like how interesting betrayed your moral.
Yeah, betrayed
Um,
ideals for a superior.
yeah, for superior. I really find that very interesting.
Okay, so
So yeah, I
the
think I'm gonna go
blurb
with
on
that.
that is the character was placed in a situation where they had to choose between a trusted superior or their own ideals, and they chose to follow the superior. So this is very Starfleet is a military society, and it has a rank structure. And even though the person in command made a decision that you as a person thought might be the wrong decision, because they're in command, you do it.
Yeah, you do it. Yeah.
So the questions are: who was the superior? What did they ask the character to do? And how do you feel now?
So is this okay? Like, can we
It can
put this
be
as another character in the
yes.
group? Yeah,
Yes,
okay, because that would be very interesting.
you can save this as having been another
Okay.
character.
Okay. Yep. I would like to do that.
Okay? And then
As long as the other person's okay with it, of course.
I
But
have a
yeah.
feeling that Zeke might want to be captain.
Okay.
So, and I think that he would do a really good job. Because Holly's like the hot-headed young,
Yeah.
like command person, and you're like the veteran engineering person. So I think that it would be really cool to have like Zeke in a captaining role. So he might be the person.
Perfect.
And then you learned a lot from the superior on how to command respect. So you increase your presence by 1.
Okay.
And then difficult decisions are part of being a leader. You increase your command by 1.
Oh wow. Okay. Awesome.
And then you gain a focus reflecting the event and its aftermath. So
Ooh,
examples would
okay.
include persuasion, inspiration, investigation. It's basically saying like, what did you learn from either your superior officer or from like going against your gut? So focuses are like we've talked about, quantum mechanics, warp field mechanics,
I
etc.
did diplomacy.
Okay, that's good.
That's
So
typically a thing you gain when you betray your morals, right?
totally. Okay, so finishing touches.
Yes.
You receive 1 final value. This reflects maybe the career events that were rolled last step, or some other element that you want to make sure is incorporated into your character. So,
Okay, let me just think for a second. Okay, I got one.
okay.
Okay. It can be whatever phrase I want, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just
Okay.
a little succinct blurb that defines a part of your character.
Okay. I don't even know where this phrase comes from, actually, but I'm going to use it. Okay.
It's not over till the fat lady sings. Nice.
Yeah.
Never give up, never surrender.
Never give up, never surrender.
Okay, so the character may not have any attributes above 12, which you don't.
Okay.
And you may then increase 2 attributes by 1 each, but none above 12.
Okay. 2 attributes by 1 each. Okay, guys, what do we want to do?
So
presence, obviously, right? Like, let's just max this out.
do it. Okay, so presence
Right?
is at 12.
Okay. Presence is at 12, and should I do insight maybe?
I think that your character needs a little daring.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's do daring.
Trust your instincts is a very daring thing to do. Okay.
Well, trust. Yeah, I guess so. Trusting your instincts doesn't necessarily mean that you will always be able to.
Well, the
Like,
daring, I'm going to go back and tell you what daring is all about. Daring is a character reacts to a new situation without doubt, hesitation, or caution. So it relies on gut instinct and quick reflexes.
Okay, daring it is.
Okay. So disciplines, you may not have any above 5, and you can not have more than 1 at 5. But you can increase 2 disciplines by 1 each. So you can't increase commands, but you can increase, and you can't increase engineering, but you can increase.
Oh, that's perfect. That's fine. By 1 each, right?
1 each, yeah. So science is at 3, and then 1 more.
Probably security would be a good idea for an
security
engineer.
at 2.
Yeah.
All right. And then final check, add up your attributes, all of the numbers. It should add up to 56.
Okay, let me just
do some math. I'm not doing it.
Some calculator.
I
Don't
refuse.
worry. I got it. That was just attributes?
Yes.
Okay, because I totally added disciplines on top of that. Sorry,
no,
one more
just attributes.
I was like, that number's way off. 56?
Yes.
Okay, yep, we're good.
Okay, and then your disciplines added together should be 16.
Amazing. Yep, 16 it is.
Okay, and then you should have 4 values, 4 talents, and 6 focuses, which you do.
2, yep.
And then your stress is equal to your fitness attribute plus your security discipline, so 9, which it is. On all attacks, you will gain a bonus die equal to your security discipline. So if you attack, you'd get a +2 damage die.
Okay.
And then your rank and role should be done with the rest of the crew, but we'll have a general idea. And then your equipment. If you go down to the very bottom for equipment, you will get a communicator.
Okay.
You will get, where is it? One sec. A uniform.
Okay.
You get a tricorder.
Okay.
You'll get a sidearm, which I think would be a phaser type 2 because you're probably the chief engineer, which would mean you're senior staff.
Okay.
And then you'll probably have some engineering tools. So just put engineering tools. And then I'm going to go ahead and assume that your character, you're at least lieutenant commander. I feel like you're chief engineer. I feel like that's what you are. Or you can be an operations manager, which would, the operations manager manages and oversees all technical operations aboard or involving the ship, usually from operations station on the bridge, or in conjunction with the chief engineer.
Right?
I believe the operations manager. I believe so. I believe that's data, and then Jordy was on the bridge sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think he's the chief
engineer. Mostly like.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. I would like to do ops then. I think.
So you'll be the operations manager.
Yeah.
So go ahead and put that in your Assignment, I think.
Okay, assignment.
And when the operations manager succeeds at a task assisted by the ship's computer or sensors, or using a tricorder, you generate 1 bonus momentum. Cool.
Okay.
But that's just a thing. Okay, so we need you to have a name.
Ooh.
It doesn't give any guidelines for human names, so you can just fucking do whatever.
Do whatever I want.
O'Brien was not chief operations. O'Brien was just enlisted personnel. He was, yeah, he was never. He didn't actually go to Starfleet Academy.
Your nerd level for this is amazing. It's so impressive.
I just watched all of Deep Space Nine.
Okay. I'm trying to decide my gender right now, so just give me a second. Oh.
You could go with, you know, male, female, non-binary, whatever. It's the future.
All right. I know.
Any kind of gender you like.
Okay.
Whatever. It's the present. Any kind of gender you like.
Okay. I'm just gonna generate, guys. Give me 1 second. Because it's fun to let somebody else decide sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holly's last name is Archer, a la Jonathan Archer, captain of the NX-01 Enterprise.
Oh my god. Nerds.
I might have suggested. Her upbringing was Starfleet. Oh, right. Your upbringing, what was it?
Is Mars, I think.
That was your environment.
Oh, sorry. Upbringing. Oh, what did we... I left that blank for some reason.
Upbringing, you did science and technology.
That's right. Okay.
What? I did suggest Cochrane first.
Oh, actually, my last name will be Kepler because that's hilarious and wonderful. Whoa. Oh my god. Name generator, please. Random. Please generate a name.
Do it.
Pick it. Does it matter? Okay, here we go. Doing. Roxanne. No, I refuse. But we can do Roxy. That's okay, fair.
We'll Roxy Kepler.
Yep.
What are your pronouns?
I'll do she, her.
Okay. And then how old are you?
You've
been in the service
veteran, right?
Yeah.
So can I do like 45 or something like that?
Yep, that's fine. 46? Humans in the like Starfleet era live to be like 120 or older.
Yeah, but they don't usually get into veteran like command and stuff until this age, right?
I mean, being you can definitely be 45 and still be like you're a senior staff on a starship. You're okay. Yeah, awesome. You're good.
Yeah.
I would want you to decide on a rough description of your personality and appearance.
Okay.
And then your relationships, you want to make sure that you think about like how your relationship with your family is, if you have a spouse or partner, if you're in contact with your family or not. Okay. And then we'll all, as a group, once everyone's made, we'll determine the relationships that our characters have with each other. Obviously, you already have a relationship with your captain, whether that ends up being Zeke or DJ or an NPC. And your rank at the very lowest is lieutenant commander. I definitely think that as an operations manager, you could be either a lieutenant commander or commander, but you're definitely not a captain. So those are the last things. We have your tools. We have your final things. So if you want to just go ahead and go over from your name to your upbringing and just like tell us who Roxy Kepler is.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So, Roxy Kepler is a human. She was born on busy colony Mars. She was raised in a very science and technology driven environment. Both of her parents were really driven and focused scientists. She is not in contact with them anymore. I think the whole line is just very big workaholics. So they kind of lose themselves into their job, and that's about it.
I
So
mean, your engineering is at level 5, so
yep.
yes.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. Study and learn and do things like that. So strangely, she's okay with that.
And then we have your values.
Yes, my values are I'm an engineer at heart. I'm meticulous in scrutiny and pride in. Sorry, I have a cat walking literally across the screen right now. Pride in my work. I trust my instincts, and it's not over until the fat lady sings.
Okay, your focuses?
And then I'm focused in quantum mechanics, warp field dynamics, electro.
Let me go back and see
Okay,
what that
I was like,
because I remember that this was something.
I was typing it really quickly. Transporters, warp engine.
It's electroplasma power systems.
There we go. Electroplasma power systems.
And then it would be transporters and replicators as one thing. You're really good at everything.
Replicators.
You keep the ship running.
Okay. That is.
And you're also very diplomatic, which is good. Okay, and then your talents.
Yeah. Oh, and then my talents are Spirit of Discovery, which allows me to spend a determination to add 3 points to the group pool. I have Technical Expertise. So whenever I'm assisted by the ship's computer or the sensors, I can re-roll my D20. I know my ship. I get a bonus D20 when I'm attempting to determine a technical issue. And I'm a veteran. So whenever I spend a point of determination, if a 5 or 6 is rolled, then I immediately regain that point of determination.
Very, very cool. So that is a Roxy, Lieutenant Commander or Commander Roxy Kepler. Thank you so much, Pumpkinberry, for
thanks for having me, guys. I'm so excited.
Yeah, me too. So the game will be starting Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern time. And we'll be building our next character at 11 a.m. tomorrow. That's Zeke's. Yes. And then we'll be building DJ's character on Monday right before the show. If you missed some part of this character building, it will be in my VODs. If you're not a sub, it will be up on my Patreon. Otherwise, it'll be up after the show is over because this is specialized information. And I will have the entire show up on YouTube for free, so don't worry if you can't miss an episode. But I'm really excited for Monday. What class of ship are they flying? Secrets. GM secrets. I have to figure out who everyone is before I decide what ship it is. I gotta know, because if we didn't have an engineer, then we wouldn't be flying a really big ship if you don't have an engineer, So I had to figure out who everyone was before I decide what ship was happening. I've got lots of things floating around in my brain.
That was literally my goal surfaced. Sorry. Thank you.
What?
They said sounds like LaForge and Data combined, and that's what I was going for.
I was waiting for you to decide that you were going to have a focus in cybernetics and you're going to be like...
I thought about it, man. I thought about it so hard, but then in the end, I figured probably being an engineer and knowing about the ship is something that will be needed at some point.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Like when you're in space.
I thought about it though.
Yeah. All right. Very cool. So I will see you guys tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific, to build our third character, and I will see you in Pumpkinberry, 3 p.m. Pacific on Monday. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Oh. Live long and prosper.